Welcome, everyone, once again to another episode of Tales from the Tavern. I'm here today with my brother, my guest, Sergio Moschitti.
Hello, everybody.
It's a real special episode today because it's Mother's Day.
Yep.
And while neither of us are mothers, it's a holiday episode, kind of.
We have a mother.
We have a mother.
We share a mother.
We share a mother. That's what makes us brothers.
Yes, brothers from the same mother.
Yes. Today we have Tales of Tricksters and Shoemakers. Tricksters was submitted by Robert Moon and Jacob. I credited both of them because I believe one or the other suggested Hellions, and that's kind of the same thing, so I just lumped them together.
Hellions is the same thing as
a trickster. Yeah, it's kind of like this mischievous kind of character, I believe. And then Shoemakers was submitted by Ed Burdick. If you'd like to submit or vote on prompts, you can do so by becoming a patron at patreon.com/TFTTpod. There's more information on the page there all about it. But also, guys, I've been doing a supplemental podcast, a little bonus show called Movie Club, and I'm doing it the whole month of May, and it'll be available to everyone. It's usually available at the $5 level as part of the bonus content, but I'm making it available to everyone this month. But enough of that. Sergio, it's funny that you're finally on the show because you kind of inspired this kind of storytelling show with your tales of the Green Ranger on Ventrilo.
They're not so much as tales as the truth. 1,000%.
Yeah, like what happened? Why don't you tell us what happened on the set of Power Rangers? Like, wasn't there like something that would happen with the Green Ranger actor? Yeah.
You all know the Green Ranger was a badass.
Yeah,
he was in a band. Mm-hmm. As I remember it, he drove a motorcycle dangerously, carelessly. When he was on the set, they would just carry him in, like buff dudes would just like oiled up, carry him on like a chariot, and he would whip them.
Yeah, they were like, they weren't slaves because he hired them, but the production paid them. But
they were friends. They enjoyed the whipping.
Wasn't there a story that like he refused to wear pants on set, and that you could tell every time the Green Ranger was about to show up that everyone's face, like they made a face like they just smelled like a big stinky dick?
Yeah. Well, you don't wash something that great.
You don't wash something that great. Nope. If you haven't guessed, we're making up stories about the Green Ranger, obviously. I mean, making up stories, we're not making them up. We're just remembering the truth about the Green Ranger. We were goofing around on Ventrilo one night, which is a chat service.
Playing World of Warcraft.
And a lot of what you do in World of Warcraft is waiting or farming. And we just used to tell jokes, and Sergio started making up all these true stories about the Green Ranger. Mm-hmm. And it was pretty funny. So it kind of inspired this kind of show. So
Yeah. It's always good to just remember the truth 100% and then tell it back to everybody else.
Yeah, about the Green Ranger being in a band. What was his band called? Do you remember?
Probably, I don't know, something like I'm the best part of this band.
Yeah, I'm the best part of this band and show.
Yeah, band.
Because all bands end with the word band.
Yeah, well, he just wanted to emphasize.
Yeah, he just wanted to let everybody know what they were listening to.
Yeah.
But we're in a world right now, Sergio. Where are we?
We're in Fantazema.
Fantazema?
Yeah.
What kind of a world is Fantazema? I mean, it sounds like a fantastic world.
It's got all types of areas.
Like swamps and...
Swamps. We'll dabble into swamps in my story. Swamps, grasslands, Arctic lands.
Yeah, like ice caves, ice castles.
Yeah, ice trolls and stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm sure they live there.
Well, wait. We're also in a tavern, though. Where are we? We're sitting here at a table here. Where are we?
We are in the Deluxe Magic Man Tavern.
The Deluxe Magic Man Tavern.
It's an advancement in tavernization.
Oh, it's like this is the state of the art kind of tavern. What kind of cutting edge stuff do they have?
Like 15 fireplaces.
Whoa! This place can get really fucking warm.
Real hot. It gets really hot in there.
What else do they?
And if you complain about the heat, they turn it up. They put another one on.
I heard a story that some dude complained about the heat, like he was being a real shit, and they just fucking threw him.
Yeah. Each seat has like a lever, and they just launch you into the nearest one.
Oh, holy shit! So like the seats we're sitting in.
Oh
yeah. Wow.
Somebody accidentally kicked the spring one time while just sitting there regularly dead.
Oh my! Why did you bring me here?
It's deluxe.
It is deluxe. It is state of the art. Yeah. What other state of the art stuff do they have?
The beers come up from the tables.
Whoa, that's fascinating.
Which sucks because like no beer maidens.
Yeah, that's kind of a fun interaction, a social interaction to speak to a beer maiden.
Yeah.
How does that system work? Is it like mechanical, or are they like
it just launches it like straight up in the air? You gotta catch it.
If you don't catch it, does it come back down and just shatter on your head? Or?
Yeah, and you'll get no refund.
Yeah, you probably get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, people died from that too. Yeah, definitely.
What kind of folks come in here? Like rogues or like warriors from the battlefield, or?
Well, normal people, high class people don't like to go in the taverns anyway. So it's still like, people looking for jobs and things. It's just maybe you might not get stabbed in this one. But you're gonna get burned to death, possibly. So there's a risk there. So you're still not like turning in your badass card for going into this place. But
yeah, you're kind of like, it sounds like you're kind of like coming in here to be like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm at the hippest place, and I'm cool because I also come to a dangerous place, but I'm also at the mercy of any of these things going wrong and dying. So it's like kind of not badass. It is badass, but it's like you're scared the entire time.
Yeah, it's definitely deluxe.
It seems like the deluxe experience.
It's the deluxe Magic Man Tavern.
Phantasma sounds like a fucking awesome world.
Yeah.
It sounds like Aurora Borealis happens.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, often every night. What kind of colors do we get?
Don't stare directly at it.
Okay, what happens if you do?
You get blind.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, I mean, you can look at it from an angle, like turn your eyes.
Like out of the corner of your eye.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can request like things to be written in it. It's like because it's magic.
But who do you send that request to?
You just fold it up in a paper airplane and just throw it up in the sky.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty magical.
Yeah. It'll find its way.
Yeah. Who
with magic?
The world probably. Okay. This is we don't have all the answers.
No.
For how the magic works.
It'll read it and then so and so sucks the big one is just written up in the sky.
Damn.
Yeah.
So like you could just fucking diss anybody at any time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So most of the time, Aurora Borealis is just writing out taunts to people. It's not really that. It's not really that majestic. It's just kind of like,
look at this wonder.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh man, what a beautiful date this is. Oh, look at the Aurora Borealis. It's so pretty. It says fucking Dave eats shit and smells like shit and shits. It's horrible shits.
Yeah, yeah.
That's interesting. That your date can have that.
There's things like when people sit on the beach and then the plane drives by. Will you marry me?
Yeah.
Well, like that happens in Phantasma, but like your request doesn't always go in. So like you're like, babe, look up in the sky, and it just say suck it, and you're like, no, I didn't mean that. Why don't you marry me? Then it's off. It's over.
So you could you could probably stalk a date and then fucking ruin it and be like, babe, look at the sky, and like quick throw a paper airplane up and be like, I want to break up or something along those lines.
Yeah,
fucking ruin it for the guy.
You can magic block them.
Magic block them. Sergio, I have to ask you, where do you draw your fantasy inspirations from? I believe I know at least one of them in a little game called EQ EverQuest 1 and 2.
Yeah, I played 2 a little bit. One was pretty revolutionary for me and got me into like all the games that I play now.
Yeah.
But yeah, EverQuest 1, we got it. We had an E-machine for like $400 at Best Buy, and it barely ran Windows.
Yeah.
But we used to play it, and that game was awesome. It really, like, for a game at a time, it immersed you in the world. And, like, at night, if you didn't have, like, a light source, you know, good luck finding where you were going.
Yeah, you were screwed.
The goblins got you, like, 90% of the time, so.
Well, that was what's great about the game, is that it was, like, dangerous to walk around, but, like, that was the fun of it, is, like, the discovery, because the internet wasn't exactly at a great point either. I mean, I think we started playing in 98 or 99.
Yeah, you were still getting AOL, 90-day discs.
Yes, yeah, they were still coming in the mail. There was no resource online that was, like, readily available. There was one that came along, but even that wasn't, like, super helpful. What was it called? Alakazam. Alakazam became the big one. Yes. Yeah. But back when we first started playing it, I mean, one of the big challenges of the game is that our computer didn't really run it so well, and it was already a challenging game. So it was incredibly hard for us to play, but it was so immersive that we spent so much time on it.
How about Cliff?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Our neighbor down the street, Cliff.
Yeah, somehow he had a worse computer than us. And, like, we made a dwarf. Was it Henry?
Yeah.
He was my dwarf rogue. And he was trapped inside this main dwarf city because as soon as he got out, it was too much for his computer. It would lag and shut him down. So, like, we would just feed him these items that would give him experience from a quest inside the town. So he was just, like, sitting in there all day, and we would just, like, kill these guys, come back and give him the belts, and he'd turn them in and just be like little golem in there before.
Yeah, he was like some little creature stuck inside the dwarf town, where he was just turning in quests and leveling. But, like, I think I remember, like, when he would turn in quests, he would have to, like, stand there for a while because his computer would have to load all the sounds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So even turning in quests was very slow for him, but somehow... Yeah.
Turn that quest.
Yeah, I still remember. It's funny because we played again recently, and it was like
a couple years
it was like
ago,
muscle memory. Like, I knew where everything was.
Oh yeah, it was pretty cool.
Pretty crazy that you remember that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, just like you wish you had that kind of memory with, like, things that meant, like, that mattered. Like, these games matter. A big part of our life, but, like, language, like, I wish I could remember, like, all the Spanish that I remember or anything like that.
Yeah, that you took in school.
Yeah, just pull it out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
Well, if you need to go anywhere in Caladim, you talk to me or Sergio. We'll let you know where to go.
If a dimensional portal opens and I fall in, I'm good to go. I'm ahead of the game there.
Yeah, you're gonna have the curve. You're gonna be ahead of the curve.
Yep.
And you're also like 6'1", so
yeah, I'm not a dwarf.
Yeah, you're not a dwarf. It's gonna be hard for you to walk around that city.
Yeah, I'm a duck.
Which was the thing you had to do in that game to get around.
Yeah, remember Calithan?
Yeah,
the forest town that was up in the trees. The Wood Elf.
Yeah.
If you were a barbarian, you could shut down their whole economy by sitting in front of the bank door.
Yeah, because nobody could
get in. One barbarian shut down the whole economy of that area.
God.
People would try to get in the little window. Not happening.
And then to get that resolved, you would have to summon a GM, and that would take sometime days, depending on which server you're on. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad we're out of that world for the moment. I mean, I'd like to go back, but I'm glad that we're in this Fantazema, where it's loading at 60 FPS all the time.
Yes.
And 1,000 FPS. Holy.
Yeah.
Well, that is truly Phantasma. Fantastic.
Yes, there you go.
Well, what do you say we get into our tales of tricksters and shoemakers?
Sounds good.
Let's do it. All right, Sergio, you ready for my tale of tricksters and shoemakers?
Yes.
All right, this tale is called Trick Me Once, Go to Hell.
Shit.
It was the witching hour in the mushroom forest, which is exactly 3:17 a.m., in case you were wondering, and just about everyone was asleep. Even the bright blue magic wisps that illuminate the forest at night were taking a nap break in their magic beds. I'm not entirely sure where those things go when it's time to retire, but they are magical, so it's probably a magic bed of some sort. Someone stirred inside a humble, red-capped mushroom home. Cold air blew in through an open window and almost extinguished a single candle that sat on a workbench among various bits of shoemaking material that I don't know the names of and don't care to look up. There was definitely at least a shoehorn on there, all right? Just at least one shoehorn.
So he has the shoes already made, and he's just putting them on. That's all he has.
Well, there's the tools. There was all the parts of the shoe, and then there's this shoehorn because, like,
that's obvious.
He's always going to need that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess maybe a true, real master shoemaker would never need a shoehorn, but
I'm going to ignore what you said and just think it's a horn that he blows when he's done making a shoe.
So whenever he makes one, he's just like,
yeah, he has to. No one's around to hear it, but he does it for himself.
Standing at this workbench was a gnome named Fran. He was a shoemaker by trade and a killer by instinct. Though that notion sleeps within us all, and who knows when it will be called upon for survival, or sport, or blood sport too.
Oh my God.
Fran was old. He wore dusty brown leather pants with matching suspenders that stretched over a green checkered shirt. He had white, wispy Hulk Hogan hair with a white curled mustache, and on his feet were some fine working shoes. Shoes you could drop stuff on and not get hurt. Fran called these super shoes, but they were really just boots. A pair of thick-lensed circular glasses slid down the bridge of the gnome's nose as he worked on yet another shoe, another piece of art for another foot belonging to someone who couldn't begin to understand the great lengths that Fran took to craft them, such as staying up until the witching hour to make witch-proof shoes, that's what you have to do in order to make the magic witch-proof shoes. You have to be up during the witching hour.
At the witching hour.
Yeah, it's just kind of like
it's a real buzzer beater.
It's the server time that you have to do it. So if you're on Pacific time, you got to
account for all these factors.
Yeah, it's freaking pain in the A. You know what I'm saying?
P in the A.
P in the A. He suddenly dropped his tools and sighed. I've been working at this bench for the past 57 years, said the gnome as he dabbed sweat from his forehead. Though I do enjoy making shoes for people, it sure would be nice to take a break and try something else for a bit. Just then, something at the window caught the gnome's eye. He glanced over to find the face of an old satyr. I need you to kill someone for me, spoke the satyr. I will do it, said Fran.
He just comes up to a window and just says, how many houses did he go to before he got to this one?
I'm going to guess that it was the first one, just judging on how enthusiastic he was. Maybe all gnomes are looking to kill somebody.
Dude, that satyr is high as hell. Dude.
Yeah, he was blazed, just like crazy weed eyes, staring in at him, watching him make a shoe, waiting for him to look at the window so he could talk to him. I will do it, said Fran. Great, the satyr replied. My name is P.B. Rippleson, but you can call me Rippleson. Or Terry. Okay, said the gnome. His eyes surveyed him and found his reddish-brown hair to be fine and graying, with misshapen black horns protruding from his forehead. He wore a satchel strung across his chest and a skin of wine at his hip. I am something of a legend in this forest. Perhaps you've heard me play one of my songs late in the evenings. The satyr produced a poorly fashioned wooden flute and began to play. Do 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 do. For life, added Fran. He had heard that dope jam before. Now about this killing, he continued. Who am I supposed to murder? The satyr climbed onto the windowsill and sat, his hooves dangling. Easy target, just some old man who's been pissing me the F.O. What's his name? I call him Sackless, but his real name is Tootie. The satyr picked up a hammer and stole it. He lives over in the town of Beechnut.
Just
he fucking took it.
Yeah. He didn't see shit.
He usually wanders around during the day doing old man stuff. You'll know him because he has half an ass. Whoa, he's missing a butt cheek? No, he's missing the top of both butt cheeks.
Oh my God, he's got like a shelf.
Magic accident.
Oh, it's brutal.
The gnome jotted this down. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but magic just took the top half right off.
Yeah.
Your violence will not go unrewarded. Rippleson stood and produced a scroll from his bag. In return, you shall acquire the plans for shoes. Shoes for hoof-bearing animals and humanoids. My golden rings, exclaimed Fran. That's revolutionary and will allow me to make a bunch of money and retire. Then I can travel the lands. Fran looked out the window dramatically, but ended up catching a raccoon taking a nasty shit. This killed the moment. Any advice for taking him on? Asked Fran. This is my first kill, after all. Don't look him in the eyes. The satyr dropped his cigarette on the ground and stepped on it. He was smoking, by the way. He was fucking smoking a cig.
It didn't know it was a joint.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a joint. We established that earlier.
He was floating around.
He was fucking
looking
blazed.
for someone to kill by going door to door.
He dropped his magic cigarette. His phantasmic.
Yeah, phantasmic.
Early the next morning, Fran arrived in the quiet town of Beach Nut. He sat on a wooden bench near the fountain at the center of town. He waited and watched as ducks of various colors drifted in the fountain's blue water. At around 8:30, an old man in a dark green robe with a thin white mustache and beard approached the fountain and began feeding the ducks breadcrumbs from a brown paper bag. One duck with an orange head swam up to the man and said, Thank you, sir. I was magically transformed into a duck a long time ago, and bread is the only thing I can enjoy from my past life. I swim in shit and a crocodile ate my girlfriend. Thank you. He lives a sad life, you know.
Yeah,
he tried
breath.
He tried to live the duck life and like found a duck girlfriend. Fucking crocodile, you know.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. It's magic world, but sometimes just real shit happens.
Yeah. That gator's got to eat.
Yeah, true. That gator's got to eat so he can go home to his girlfriend. Mm-hmm. The duck picked up a piece of old bread and swallowed it. The old man smiled as he watched the ducks enjoy themselves. Could this be him? Thought Fran, his hand on his waist where his blade was hidden. I don't want to kill some guy who was just feeding ducks. I better follow him. The old man turned from the fountain and walked toward a candy shop. He was in and out fairly quickly and now holding a small brown bag. From the bag, he popped a cinnamon sphere into his mouth and continued his walk. Cinnamon spheres, thought Fran, a second old man thing. This is all adding up. Man, those look good.
Man, they sound delicious.
The gnome licked his lips, then straightened his long, white eyebrows to regain his focus. But today I'm killing a man to death, he said in his brain. Then he got real serious and continued stalking. The old man walked into an alley beside the candy shop. A gust of wind blew through it, pulling his robe across his back and detailing his features. Just then, Fran noticed that the man had exactly one half of a backside. The gnome referenced his notes, where hastily written were the words, Magic tore his ass asunder. Holy shit. That must be him, thought the gnome. He drew his blade as he carefully closed in on him. The old man's walk slowed a little with each step Fran took, until the gnome was right behind him, in ample position to do the deed. Fran's heart was racing. Every muscle in his body was tense. He pulled back his arm and thrust his short sword through the dark green robe. The old man stood motionless. He didn't say a word. Suddenly, his head turned to the right. His eyes, now a bright yellow, peering back down at Fran. His head continued to turn until it was turned completely 180 degrees around, his burning eyes looking right down at the now quivering gnome. Doing a deed for P.B. Rippleson, I see, said the old man with a chortle. He must have told you about my half-ass.
Oh, my God.
The old man bounced his 50% off cheeks with a quick flex. But what he didn't tell you was that my body is magic.
Of course. With half a butt.
Yeah, half a butt.
It's like the governor is off on the magic.
The old man's face began to morph into the satyr face of P.B. Rippleson. Also, he continued, I am P.B. Rippleson. What? No, yelled the gnome. But there wasn't shit else to do. Yeah. Another gust of wind blew through the alley as the old man's robe was suddenly ripped off his entire body with a loud tear. The hilt of Fran's short sword stuck out from his back with no blood coming from the wound. The gnome got a good look at his half-ass and shuddered at its horrific sight. Then, The old man's dick turned around his body, just like his head did, and was now dangling above his ass. "Check this out," he shrilled, as his penis magically extended to the full length of a full bone without ever getting an erection. "Tootie ain't no joke," said the naked sorcerer with a cackle. He grabbed another cinnamon sphere from his bag and ignited it between his fingers. "My body is magic, I say, magic!" He threw the fiery cinnamon sphere at the gnome, who quickly dodged it thanks to the rubber soles of his handmade sneakers that he was wearing. The cinnamon candy exploded against the cobblestone street as the old sorcerer reached for another. Fran knew he didn't stand a chance against hard candies, and so he fled with sphere after sphere, chasing after him, accompanied by the wicked cackle of a magic naked sorcerer with a crazy dick.
So this guy is just straight up toying with him.
Yeah, he's just fucking like...
He just pulled some crazy, like, snake charming dick move out.
Yeah, it was like... He's like, trickster, I tricked you into trying to kill me, a magic person with a magic body.
This
also,
is what I do on my free time.
Check out the crazy body magic stuff I can do.
Excuses to show people his penis.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. He's an old pervert.
And his body's magic, yet he uses candy as weapons. Flaming candy.
Well, he is a little crazy.
Yeah, he's insane.
Fran darted past the fountain where the ducks were no longer. It was suddenly dark out. Tiny fireballs blazed out from the alley. "Die in hell!" shouted the butt-naked deformed sorcerer, now floating and spinning toward the center of town. A cinnamon sphere crashed right behind Fran's ankle. He glanced back at it while still running forward and smacked his head against the candy shop's wooden sign. The shoemaker blacked out. The next morning, the gnome awoke on his back, his eyes staring up at the mushroom ceiling of his humble shoemaking shop. The craftsman picked himself up and looked around the room. It was just how he left it, except for an oval mirror now hanging on the wall. Fran stepped to it to get a look at himself, when staring back at him was the old face of Tootie, the sorcerer satyr. "Hello! You were a dream. Your soul lives inside me now," shrieked the bizarre man, now robed but slowly disrobing.
Oh, God.
"I'm going to use your life energy for dick magic tricks and shit and do this forever until the end of time." "No!" shouted Fran. The old man continued to laugh as the mirror fell off the wall and onto the floor, shattering into thousands of pieces in slow motion. Off in the distance, Fran could hear the faint flute playing. "For life," said the old man. The end.
Oh, jeez, dude, that poor shoemaker.
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, moral of the story: don't murder people. Yeah. Don't try to murder people. Right?
Well, don't so easily talk to a satyr.
Yeah, like don't listen to a satyr and agree to murder an old man, which the reasoning for murdering him was that he was pissing him off.
There were like 1,000 red flags.
Yeah.
And he just ignored them.
You know, he was desperate to get out of that situation.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Look, I'll take the first thing that comes." And the first thing that came was a hit job. A hit job.
Yeah. And he had to talk about his half butt cheeks.
Yeah, it's funny because he's like, he was basically giving him details about himself, and he was like, yes, my most horrific part of my body is my half ass.
Yeah, but I'm proud of it.
I'm proud of it, but I'll talk like it's a scary thing.
It's like I'll trick you into looking at it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to really look at asses all day until you find me.
His poop must come out so weird. It's like squished in one part, but like normal poop. Top half.
He has to, like, when he sits down, he has to put like one cheek on each side so that he doesn't have that problem.
Like a special toilet where he lays on his back. And
he probably lays like flat on the ground.
Yeah. And there's just a hole in the ground. He puts his like half butt in there.
He's probably just some fucking weirdo who like just pisses and shits standing up, straight up.
like running full speed.
Or like hanging from a branch.
He's crazy as hell. There's no limit to his shitting habits.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Rippleson's PB Rippleson's motto is no limits.
Yeah.
I forgot to add that, actually. He was wearing a T-shirt that said no limits.
No limits, no fear.
No fear.
T-shirts.
No
Juggalo pants.
no Juggalo pants?
No, he was wearing Juggalo pants.
What are Juggalo pants?
Jenko, remember Jenko?
Oh, okay, yeah. He had Jenko pants. Maybe that's the thing. He's been killing craftsmen and taking... Maybe he came for the shoe. He came for the fucking shoes. Mm-hmm. That's what it was all
He
about.
has really tiny feet.
He didn't know how to make them. He just needed his abilities to make... Now he's going to make them.
Well, he killed the guy, so he never made him a shoe.
No.
So he's insane.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. everybody. I had some fun writing this.
Oh, okay.
Pretty good. I used to write nonsensical stories in high school.
Yeah.
So it took me a while. It was fun. So
what kind of nonsensical stories? What was the subject matter?
I usually would pick somebody. They would ask me to write them a nonsensical story about themselves.
Uh-huh.
And then I would No Limits as Tootie.
Tootie, the satyr sorcerer old man.
No limits to it. So, and then they all gather around, listen to me read them out. So.
Oh, okay. So you've been doing the show in high school,
Sorta,
but based on real people.
based on real people.
So that's art. That's what that is.
It's nonsensical art. No Limits, nonsensical art.
Does your story have a title?
You
can make one up on the spot.
You did read one, and I didn't, so I'll have to make one off the spot. So let me think. Rabbi's quest for shoes or boots or some sort. Magic boots.
You know what? That'll be the full title. Rabbi's quest for shoes or boots of some sort.
Yeah, things on his feet.
Things on his feet. That's the subtitle.
Okay. All right, so we are in Fantazema here.
Phantasma.
Deep in the darkest corner of the dankest dang bog you ever gazed your balls upon, in a burrow that could only be described as a large beehole covered in ooze and slime and probably goblin jizz. Yeah, probably lots of gob jizz. Lived a band of bog goblins and their leader, Salami the Slick. Salami was a gross-ass goblin. He was a sick green color, like when you have the flu and you blow your nose and you're amazed that like your body created that shade of green. Yeah, that gross. Plus, he was lanky and bony, yet had like a 30-pack abs.
Whoa! What?
Yeah. Inside the burrow, Salami and his goblin gang had just gotten back from sneaking into other people's houses and shitting in their toilets and not flushing. And then sneaking out again. For some reason, they fucking love that. Anyway, Salami was resting in his throne with his feet up and noticed he wasn't wearing any shoes. He never wore shoes. Ever, never. He never even owned a pair. Salami shouted, "Who in the bog fuck stole my shoes?" Picking up his club that someone recently defaced with a dick, he began swinging it at the closest posse member to him, which happened to be a larger/slower goblin named Rabbi. This wouldn't be the first time Rabbi had taken a beating, and would not be the last. Rabbi got his name from the little pebble-like poops he would leave when shitting in people's houses. And it didn't even actually smell. It left like a pleasant odor, and other goblins laughed at him for it, and then beat him, and then laughed at him, and then beat him some more.
Wait, what is a rabbi?
Well, like a rabbit.
Okay, got it. So he's taking like
little rabbit turds.
Little pleasant rabbit shit.
Yeah. So he would take a lot of beatings for that.
Okay.
Salami with his club in hand, arms stretched out, began to spin his whole body, yelling, "Super Bog Gob Leader, spin attack number 3!" Rabbi had just finished making dinner for the Goblin Leader and was walking up to him with it on a silver plate, which contained the fanciest fucking dinner you ever see in a bog. Almost magically fancy. Like, how did he do that? He really had a gift.
So also a great chef.
Yes. Like natural chef. Like just...
He never read a recipe in his life.
No, just...
Wow.
The club slammed right into the left side of Rabbi's head with a flunk, sending him flying to the ground in a lifeless slump. Oh, unconscious on the ground, Rabbi's butt cheeks started to spit out little brown poop pebbles and at various velocities. This sent the goblins in a room into a frenzy of laughter. And then they beat his unconscious body. Throwing his bloodied club to the ground, Salami stated, "New shoes is what I need." Bog goblins didn't make shoes. In fact, they didn't make anything. Their clothes consisted of stolen hand towels from the shitted victims' bathrooms, usually decorated with flowers and shit.
Well, I guess they make shit. That's the one thing they do make.
Yeah, and they don't even they get rid of it. They shit in other people's houses. They just like...
Some people wake up, they're like, "Oh, who's shit in here?"
Yeah, bog goblins. Got you again.
I mean, Fantazema is a really magical land that has toilets and houses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little... It's still fantasy, as in like swords and knights and stuff, but
they have some modern conveniences.
Yeah, modern conveniences.
Also, I like that he was hit in the head and then he just immediately starts shitting.
Yeah. Various velocities, like pew, 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 pew.
Wow. Wonderful.
Where can I get my new shoes? Salami thought, while stroking his kung fu master style goatee and stash. Then from a bloody mess that was Rabbi came a gurgled, high-pitched voice. "May I be of service, me liege?" "Speak up, you piece of bog shit dirt gob," Salami shouts to Rabbi's face. "I will get you the new pair of shoes. Let me do this for you, my lord," Rabbi says as he hobbles to his feet. Salami ponders the idea for a second and then reaches down and picks up his dicked club and says, "Yes, now or die, you brownie dick." Gripping his club tight, Rabbi gathers enough strength to scurry out of the burrow as fast as he can into the bog. Rabbi starts his journey, headed to the edge of the bog where the closest human town is located. Knowing that most humans wear shoes, Rabbi's thinking he could sneak into a cobbler's store and gank a pair of sick burlap shoes.
That's a good plan.
And maybe take a shit in the bathroom and leave it. At the edge of a town, Rabbi sits and waits till sundown to start looking for the nearest cobbler. Slinking and slithering, Rabbi makes his way to the first shoe shop he spots, with a sign that reads, "Magic Boots. I have no fucking idea where these shoes come from." That's the whole title.
Go on.
Rabbi thought that was a weird name for a shoe shop. He peered through the window, spotting tons of lovely shoes for his leader. He got excited. "Hot diggity!" exclaimed Rabbi as he gleefully looked for a way in. The door was locked, so Rabbi looked around and noticed the door had an abnormally large gap at the bottom. Rabbi's bones had been recently broken, so he was sure he could slither his body underneath it. With the help of a constant layer of slime on all bog goblins, he slipped right under. The room was filled with shoes, all types of shoes from the wall to wall. He thought, I better take the lot, as he pulled out his sack from his butt was stored there like 3 days ago. He heard a sound coming from the back door. It sounded like a bunch of tiny little footsteps headed his way. So Rabbi shit a pebble as he looked for a hiding spot. He jumped behind a large houseplant. As he peered from behind the plant, he saw what looked to be 3 tiny men hopped onto a sewing table in the corner of the room. 3 gnomes, to be precise. But these gnomes were not wearing the normal gnome wear. The first gnome was named Too Delish. He was wearing a tiny leather thong and sporting an orange handlebar mustache and matching comb-over. The other 2 gnomes were twins named Dip and Double Dip, wearing the same thongs as Too Delish. They were also sporting spike collars and full beards dyed pink with white hair styled in like the top of an ice cream cone. That's how it looked. As Rabbi crouched behind the plant, Too Delish took a jar of grease from the front of his thong, and they all began to grease each other up.
Wait, so he just had it like strapped in there, like it was just sitting at his hip, like a jar?
No, it was in the front, like around his like dang area.
Oh, so it's like he was storing it where he's next to his dick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they all grabbed it, of course, and they started greasing each other up. Boy, their bodies were ripped. The greasing went on for 45 minutes. Alrighty, boys, let's get to work, said Too Delish as he clapped his hands together, splatting grease all over the place. Dip pulled a boombox out of his thong, and Double Dip moved a pair of freshly made boots to the center of the table. Dip put the cassette tape in labeled Greased Up Gnome Jams Volume 3. As the first song started, which was an all-gnome cover band doing a cover of Loverboy's Working for the Weekend. All 3 gnomes began to grind the shit out of the boots. Pretty much like applying grease with their genitals. Rabbi had enough of it and could not watch anymore. He stepped out from behind the plant and cleared his throat. In one quick movement, the 3 gnomes went from deep hip gyrations to battle stance, whipping an unsheathed blade from the front of their thongs. Who dare interrupt the sexiest thing in the world at the moment? I know, a dead man, said Too Delish as he rubbed the flat part of the blade against his tiny nipples. Dip and Double Dip were both making a suck it gesture the whole time. Rabbi had a plan. Oh, boys, I'm here to judge the sexiest bod contest for Gnome Boners magazine. Gnome Boners, the gnomes screamed as they began fighting over the remaining grease in the jar. That's right, said Rabbi. Only the buffest bods will do. The winner will get a full spread in next month's Gnome Boner magazine.
Just to be clear, it's Gnome Boners is the name of the magazine?
Yeah, Gnome Boners magazine. And they have all heard of it. So they,
clearly. I mean, it sounds like a famous magazine.
And a lifetime supply of body grease and 3 gold-plated thongs. Rabbi was pretty sure they all just jizzed in their pants when they heard the gold-plated thongs. No need for a contest. Just hand me the reward, cuz you're looking at the sexiest gnome alive right here, said Dip. Over my chiseled body, said Double Dip. Me and my 3 nipples have this contest in the bag, said Too Delish, while literally gyrating every part of his body at the same time, which caused him to phase into another plane of existence.
Oh my God.
Disappearing from sight. Rabbi shit a pebble. Dip couldn't believe what he was seeing. He rubbed his eyes to make sure he wasn't seeing things, but he got grease in them, which blinded him. You guys have been holding back my sexy for way too long, said Too Delish in a godlike voice seeming to come from nowhere. Show yourself, you poor excuse for a gnome that sometimes goes to the gym as long as the weather permits and you don't kind of have a headache. Just then, Too Delish appeared behind Double Dip. You have a dumb butt face, whispered Tootilish into Double Dip's ear as he punched his fist through his back, ripping his heart out.
Oh, my God.
Adios, muchachos, said Tootilish. Double Dip collapsed into a sexy heap. No, my brother and you shit-faced butt beard. I'm going to blow you to hell, yells Dip, pulling a lit stick of dynamite from his thong. Still blind, Dip throws the dynamite in the direction of Tootilish. Seeing the dynamite headed his way, he began to gyrate, which caused him to slip and fall on his back. The dynamite lands on his dick. Tootilish says as the dynamite explodes and blows gnome bits everywhere. Rabby makes his move and grabs his boots on the table. Still blinded and sobbing, Dip lifts his head and says, "This is your fault, you gobdick bog shit. My brother's dead because of you." Over a pair of boots, chanting in Gnomish, Dip begins to curse the boots. As Rabby heads out the door, "Good luck with those boots, ha 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 ha," says Dip. Rabby happy with the outcome and excited to give Salami the boots and get the respect that he's been longing for. Rabby makes his way back to the burrow just before dawn. The burrow is full of gross, naked female ball goblins. Salami waking up butt-ass naked. He sees Rabby and goes for his club. "Sir, I have completed my mission, and I have found you your shoes," said Rabby, presenting the boots. Salami snatches the boots and spits in Rabby's face. "About time, you pure-blooded loser."
Damn.
Salami puts the boots on and stands up tall. "Wow, I feel great," says Salami. Salami begins to get a boner. "Oh, yeah!" Salami gives everybody a thumbs up, but his smile turns to a frown as his dick blows right off, killing him instantly. Oh, well, shit, Rabby, as the rest of the gang beats the shit out of him and kills him. The end.
The boots were cursed with a spell that makes your dick hard explodes, and then the rest of the bog goblins beat the shit out of him and killed him, including perhaps the female bog goblins.
Oh yeah, they were involved. Yeah.
Oh my God.
The death. He his last beating.
Oh, this is sad. I was really into Rabby. He seemed like a real fun guy.
You know what? Maybe. Necromancer or something along the lines.
Yeah, true. This is Phantasma,
Yeah, anything can happen.
Anything can happen in Phantasma.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and toss a little paper airplane right up there now. Yeah. R.I.P. Rabby, baby.
Rabby, baby.
Those gnomes. So the idea behind the shoe shop was that the gnomes come in at night and gyrate their greased up bodies on shoes, which creates more shoes.
They make the shoes, but the process that you saw was they were just like, that was how they apply like some magic to
it. The gloss. They were putting the gloss
That was
on.
like the gnome magic was just like gyrating their genitals all over that thing.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I guess one of them survived. It was just Dip, right?
Dip survived. Double Dip
is dead.
Got his heart turned out.
Frickin' 2D-lish ripped it right out of his body.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Gyrating into another plane of existence.
My favorite part about 2D-lish doing that is that his arms were also doing it, and so were his wrists.
Yeah,
it was like he was just like some kind of like rotating, gyrating man.
He just became a blur. And then he was gone.
And then he reappeared to frickin' Kano rip a heart out his back.
Yeah.
Jesus.
After he told him he had a butt face.
Oh my God, dude.
Like insult, then like heart rip.
Savage.
Cold-blooded.
Savage. Phantasma.
Yeah.
Dangerous place.
It is.
Sexy place.
Yeah, sexy.
Stinky place.
If you're looking for a copy of Gnome Boner, that's where you'll find it.
There's just dead bodies on the cover.
Yeah.
It's just Dip featured on the cover and he's crying.
Yeah. The store owner, he didn't even want a store. It just shoes just appeared and people came in and bought them because he didn't even know.
He showed up one day. He doesn't even own the store.
No.
He came to own the store, but like he was just walking by one day.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he It was like his house.
Oh, it was his. Oh, okay.
And gnomes just came in and just like gyrated the shit out of like a bunch of pair of boots, dude.
Disgusting.
I know. It's probably stunk like hell in there.
Yeah, dude. Probably like sweaty gnome body, and then. Oh. Well, I guess it smelled kind of pleasant since there were a couple of shits from Rabby.
Yeah, I know. I can't catch a break. Caught his last break.
Yeah.
Broken body.
All right, Sergio, we're back in the Deluxe Magic Man Tavern.
Yeah.
And it is toasty in here.
We're alive.
13 of the 15 fireplaces are roaring. Yeah. I'm sweating.
I just hope no one complains about it.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I just want to make it clear I am not complaining.
Yeah.
I'm just setting the stage.
Yeah. There's no wenches to overhear you.
Who keeps the bar?
There's some old dude.
Yeah,
behind it. Yeah,
but is he the same guy that pulls the levers to kill people?
It's a vote. You have a little tablet thing, like a little console. You can just send someone straight to hell if they get enough votes from everybody else in the bar.
Oh, holy shit! So the bar votes on who dies. What the fuck? Yeah. So like you come in here and if you come in and you're like, oh my god, there's like 7 of my enemies in here.
Yeah, but there's a limit. There's a limit on how many people can die a day.
Oh, well...
Accidental is no limits. Accidental, but there's 2 per day.
Oh, okay. 2 votes.
One in the morning by 12, and then by 12 again at night. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
so a lot of
you could like peep in and be like, "Hey, was anyone killed yet?" Be like, "Yeah, a guy got killed an hour ago." And be like, "All right, I'm good. I can sit down for a bit."
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. He had a family. I don't care.
I don't care. I'm thirsty. So.
Yeah, I need a beer.
Well, Sergio, thanks for taking us to Fantazema.
Yeah.
And showing us Raby and taking him away from us for the time being.
Yeah. I mean, he survived lots of beatings. They thought they killed him, so let's just say that.
Okay, I like that because from what we know about him, he can sustain massive beatings. So much so that it's almost like a supernatural power that he has where he can like morph into a puddle and go under doors.
Yeah. Bone's broken. He's cool as long as, I can slither my riddled, like broken body underneath like a 4-inch gap.
It sounds like Rabby is magical and he's unaware of it.
Yeah. I mean, the meals he made, magic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I hope we get another tale from Rabby real soon, man.
Maybe he'll ditch that gang, man.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what really happened to him. Hopefully, in the next time you're on.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks so much for being on, Sergio.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
I've been wanting to do this for a while. It's good.
Yeah, it was real funny. Real good time in Fantazema.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, how do people say goodbye in your land? How do they say farewell to each other? How do they wish each other, Is it good wishes to them, or is it like be cautious, or
may your hardships be few? That's a good one.
May your hard shits be few.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And just to clarify, a hard shit is when you have to go and it's like 30 minutes and your legs are numb.
Not so much like it takes that long. It's just like, ooh, my beehole.
Oh, it was too big.
Yeah. Oh, it's hard shit. That's everyone's had those. So,
except for Rabby.
That's quite like a why. Thank you. That brought me back. Like good wishes. Hard shits be few to you.
Onto you as well. Yeah. Well, hard shits be few onto everyone. Thanks for stopping by the old tavern, the Deluxe Magic Man Tavern, and we'll be back here real soon.
Yep.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll talk soon. Bye bye.
See ya.